Oh, yeah.
Ahora sí ya se escucha. We're good? Are we live? All right, then we're
Dime
live.
como, no,
No
verga,
te
te va a
preocupes,
romper
no
aquí
te
el
preocupes,
pinche
no te
pedo, te va a
preocupes.
romper aquí.
No te preocupes. How are you, Edgar?
I'm doing good, brother.
Thanks for
¿Cómo
coming,
estás?
bro.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you for having me, man.
You made the drive all the way from Norwalk, por allá, LA area.
Norwalk. No, well, I was in the studio, so I was in downtown.
Yellow
Yellow Room Music.
Yellow Room Music.
Yeah,
I
Yellow
got
Room
to see
Music.
your studio. Really nice, man.
Thank you, man. Thank
Really,
you.
really nice studio. I liked it.
That was my wife, bro, honestly, because if it would have been up to me, yo nomás lo hubiera pintado un color y ahí nomás a new couch y vámonos,
Yeah,
se
right.
chingó el
Órale.
pedo.
Ahí está.
But you know, it has that little womanly touch with the lights and the fucking una pared de un color y otra de otro color. Y
Sí,
yo,
sí, sí.
qué chingas, yo todas del mismo color, cabrón, vámonos.
No, qué bueno que te hiciste un lado, carnal. I'm glad you
Sí,
moved out of the way and you let her, hey,
yeah,
you
yeah.
take care of
She
this.
told me, let me handle. Actually, she didn't even tell me. I was on the road and then I got back and she was, hey, come,
The studio's done.
I'm like, what do you mean? I went
Uh,
and she had already done the whole
Why do
walls.
you think I have this room? Aquí es donde yo meto todo el cochinero, bro. The things that my wife doesn't want
Yeah,
in the house.
you need
No, no,
that.
no. Al
Vámonos.
garage. This is not me, bro. This is just like the Friday, bro. Que todo el desmadre
Yeah,
que no puedo tener en la casa me dice, llévatelo para afuera, güey.
al pinche garage ahí.
Where does the Manny Pacquiao glove fit into her decor of fucking
Yeah,
the living room, bro?
maybe like en un pinche cajón ahí
Sí.
escondido detrás en el baño, ¿verdad? Somewhere random, bro.
So tell me about your beer, porque me ibas a traer. You were gonna bring me beer y ahora sale que, es que no, se me olvidó. Para mí que
Bro.
nomás hicieron dos, güey. Nomás para el
Nomás
promoción.
para promocionar, ¿verdad? No, tengo en la casa, tengo como un case que me traje ahí from the party. Nomás que saliendo del estudio dije, pues voy a llegar por mi vieja y de mi vieja nos vamos para allá, pero ya se me hizo tarde y I didn't want to be late, so like, fuck, I'm just gonna.
Apenas lanzaron las
Apenas, bro, el jueves se lanzó.
Yes.
I got to try it like about a week before, 2 weeks before. Y otro pedo.
Where'd you get the idea for beer, bro?
It's crazy because the guys that approached us for it, we're all from Bell, Bell, California. That's where we all grew up. We went to school there. They approached us originally maybe about a year and a half ago, and they told us that they wanted to do a beer based on somebody from Bell that, I guess alguien conocido, I guess.
You are known, bro. I'm
Pues,
talking to you because you're known.
Nah, I mean, fuck, I don't even like to say, oh, no, thank God we've gone to a place where people recognizes, we'll say it like that,
Yeah.
Pero en realidad, pues, right from the city of Bell, pues our career, I guess, stood out for them, and they were like, hey, let's do a beers. There are two different breweries. Una se llama Beer Tug Brewery y la otra es Los Barbones Cervecería. So ahí entre ellos, we had a few meetings and then started doing taste testing. They kind of want to do an IPA at first, but I don't really fuck with the IPAs. Dije, no, mejor algo que me gusta a mí, güey. O sea, una pinche modelo, que negra modelo. A mí me gusta de ese tipo de cheve, ¿no? So then they were like, well, let's try something like that. So fuimos y probamos un chingo de diferentes sabores. Uno estaba muy, like, too bitter. Some were too strong. So we wanted to get something right in the middle. Yeah, we said, okay, well, something like this, but y ya cuando ya nos llevaron back to try it, lo que habían hecho, dije, no mames, pasaron de lanza. And it was fucking bomb. It's a little stronger than your normal beer. So con tres ya andas acá bien low rider.
¿Y el nombre, Los Dos Amigos?
Los Dos Amigos, pues, they wanted to base it on a song, ¿verdad? Querían que se llamara como una canción que hemos grabado. Entonces, we were ahí trying to figure out, pues, ¿cuál pinche canción? Entonces, we're like, okay, Los Dos Amigos. So one of them, I think, suggested Los Dos Amigos. And we have a song that we recorded, Los Amigos. And so then we hit up our boy Tetris, which he's like an artist. He's actually the one that did the Yellow Room painting at my studio. And we hit him up. He's also from Bell. And he said, yeah, let's do it, man. So then he designed the label, which is me and Mariano. Me dibujó medio bigotón, que no hay pedo. Pero the label's cool as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I saw it.
Y él fue el diseñador ahí y ya, no, pues ya cuando ya lo miré terminado, it was crazy, bro.
So where do I go if I wanted to get Los Dos Amigos beer? Like, are you nationally distributed now?
Yeah, en eso andamos ahorita. We're supposed to have a meeting next week with some distributors or something that they were gonna, I don't know, I guess distribute it, or I don't know, they want to pitch it to us, or I don't know, something like that. They told us. Pero por lo pronto ahorita you can only find it right there at the it's Border X Brewery in the city of Bell.
I have a question for you. As comedians, for example, I'm gonna say names like Carlos Mencia, Pablo Francisco, these guys that at one moment like were household names.
Yeah.
Martin, Chris Tucker.
Chris
You know
Tucker.
what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
okay, you fall into that category when we talk about Mexican regional music. You cemented yourself in this world of Mexican regional music, right? In the land world.
Yeah.
Um, when people don't see comedians, like, do they think, or musicians, do they think they just you just dropped off?
Yeah.
Like you
Oh
don't do
yeah.
music
Oh
anymore? Do
yeah.
people go,
Oh
¿Qué les
yeah. All
pasó?
the time, bro.
No los he visto. Like you've just been at home chilling,
Yeah.
like not
You
doing anything.
I think a lot of them think that because they don't I mean, they don't see you playing in local shows or something,
Yeah.
but we play shows all over the country, you
Yeah,
know?
that's what I'm
So
saying.
if we're not working in LA, we're working, you know, like for example, this weekend we're going to Chicago. Next weekend we go to Vegas, and from Vegas we fly to Seattle, and it's just, you know, nonstop, you know?
Mhm.
Pero la gente sí, si te desapareces, especially in the world we're at now, with the social media y todo. Shit, if you don't record a song and take out another one within a month, you're dead. You know,
Yeah.
you're old news. And este, fortunately for us, the demographic is a little bit older crowd, which you know, they still follow us and they still listen to the radio, and our songs maybe aren't as popular as they once were, but we have those key songs in our career that have uh kept us relevant. Songs like Cumbias como Micaela, songs like El Diablo en una Botella, which are songs that other bands sing, or they're songs that you'll hear at fucking Gonzalez while you're shopping, you know,
Mhm.
and it's those songs that, or you go to any fucking party, cualquier fiesta, quinceañera, boda, lo que sea, y si hay DJ, 9 times out of 10 te va a tocar Micaela, te va a tocar Camarón Pelado. So todas estas rolas are what's kept us relevant with our, you know, old fans and with a lot of the new ones, you know.
That is something that you have to understand. Your what you call old fans are my age. You understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I have money to go buy your ticket now. Do you
Yeah, yeah,
understand?
I know what
I
you mean.
have my old lady, and I'm gonna go to this because this the I don't I'm not I don't some of the people that listen to your music don't smoke weed, so to go
Yeah.
to see JOP or to go see Peso Pluma, I don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? I'd rather go with these guys because I know I'm gonna have a good time and we're gonna dance the songs that we used to
That
dance
used
to.
to dance.
And so the same thing happened to Mana. The same thing is happening to these people that are great artists. It's not that they stop touring. It's just that they just don't play them as much as they used to on the radio because the
Yeah.
newer generation is coming in. Now, they say, oh, they didn't adapt. They'll tell you that, oh, it's porque Voces del Rancho didn't adapt
Yeah.
to the new trends. Is it that, or is it you guys, because I mean, you're a songwriter, right?
Yeah, I got write songs.
Tomorrow you can write another
Oh
song
yeah, for sure.
and you're
Yeah.
back on top.
I think we've never been fans of adapting to anything. We're more fans of I guess doing our own movement, or paving our own way, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't, we still have our loyal fan base that always supports us, and I won't tell you that all our shows are packed because I'd be fucking sitting here lying, but we still have a lot of good shows, you know, and we still tour fuck pretty much all year long. Well, yeah, all year long we
Yeah,
tour, you
yeah.
know. So but yeah, for us adapting has never been a thing. We've always done our own thing since day one, and I think that's been key for us. Now, maybe that's not working right now with the new Chavalada, which I have nothing against. I mean, I get to produce most of that stuff that's out there, you know, and I hear the sound. It's completely different to what we used to do, but at the end of the day, it kind of ties in a you can hear the roots of it, you know, that goes back to what we did, and what we did was going back to what, you know, Ramon Ayala did, and so on and so forth. So for us, it always goes down to the roots of it, you know. Y es como todo, va dando vueltas, you know. Then tomorrow se va, a lo mejor se escucha otra cosa, and then uh, it's like como que da vueltas, you know. Después regresa lo tradicional, and it keeps on
Did
going.
you guys get pressure? Because I know you guys. I was there to in during your growth in the late '90s,
Yeah,
early 2000s. You
yeah,
guys were just like no, había una fiesta de Pacific que no cerraban ustedes,
Oh,
güey.
yeah.
You guys were the main attraction.
That's
And
crazy,
I
bro.
remember going to those parties y están las voces del rancho. Oh shit.
Yes,
People were like going bananas.
it's insane, bro. It's just like, I feel like I lived it too fast because, I guess when it's happening so fast, and especially if you're young, your mind is not as appreciative as it is when you get older. Now that I'm older, I appreciate things more. If we have a good show, I really appreciate it. I savor it. And I'm sure you get the same thing.
Yeah,
When you're fucking killing it on stage, right?
yeah.
And fucking people are fucking dying, they're laughing, and that shit is a fucking rush that you can't buy with $1 million, and those little moments are the ones for me that keep me like fucking like just loving what I do. It's so crazy, bro. But I mean, I feel very fortunate to do what I do.
Now, do the young generations now, do you get to open up for them and do they look down on you? Or do you ever get any of that? I don't need you to say names, but does
Yeah.
that happen in the business where
I think when you're younger, you carry that little chestiness, and um but at the end of the day, when we go on stage, man, I mean, we've been on stage doing our thing for, I mean, touring for like 28 years. So my guys are fucking solid as fuck.
Mhm,
So as soon as we go on stage, we just do go up there and rock our shit. And for me, that's me vale madre, la neta. A mí me vale
mhm.
madre que nos miren más chicos. Yo sé lo que somos y no me dejo a la verga, pinche
So,
mosca se me quiere meter en
whatever.
la boca, hijo de su chingada madre.
No,
Uh,
no, because I get it now.
yeah,
As a stand-up comedian, the young guy, the young black guy goes up there, I'm gonna rip it, all right, and they're opening up for you. And I go, dale, güey, dale, dale. And
yeah,
they
yeah.
se desahogan. And I go,
Yeah.
espérate, güey, ahorita.
Es que tiene el colmillo,
Es lo que digo,
is super
colmillo.
important, how to.
What's your song, bro? What's that song de Voces del Rancho? Go, güey, se nos está cayendo el show. Métele esta, güey. Ahorita los vamos a levantar de
El
volada.
I mean, there's a few, but El Diablo en una botella is that one. esa
Oh,
esa
shit.
nunca falla, güey,
Esa
like,
no, güey.
esa, but we could be having the worst show
Yeah.
y we're like, "Hey, El Diablo." We have our signs, we
Uh-huh.
have our if anybody ever sees us on
Yeah.
stage,
What's the sign for El
El
Diablo?
Diablo is this. Diablo. So I'll be singing, I'll be like, and then everybody knows already, okay, El
Okay,
Diablo.
switch de
Yeah, yeah. We
volada.
have signs for a bunch of songs, Camarón Pelado,
Oh, cabrón, pelado.
Sonoras Ojos Negros.
Bro, I hope you don't get shot. Some cholo's
I
gonna be
know,
thinking,
right?
you what's up, homie?
We got signs for all the songs, bro. It's fucking funny, and only the people that work with us know, the signs,
Uh,
and pero El Diablo en una botella, that one never fails. Or si miramos que falta algo like bailable, pues like Micaela, Camarón Pelado. Those songs they're always
yeah.
good, They're always kind of like
Because
guarantees.
I have jokes that I have in my pocket going like,
Yeah.
no, este lo sacó cuando ya estoy valiendo 10 kilos,
Sí,
güey.
se siente,
Se
¿no? Y se siente
siente.
la pinche vibra como que la gente se apaga y dices, oh shit, I better pull out the big guns,
The big ones, we get the old
Sí, güey,
classics.
no manches, esos no fallan, ya, es que así es. Y eso es parte para mí es parte del colmillo,
Mhm.
saber cómo manejarlo, because there's people that I won't say names, there's bands that I see they go on stage, and I'm sure it happens with comedians too, where they have their set list in the order they feel it's gonna work.
Y no le
Y a
cambia
veces
nada.
no, hay veces que no funciona ese set list. And then you see them fucking tanking, and they don't know how to adjust it. So with me, we'll be like we have kind of a set list already. Pero si yo miro que one of those songs is kind of lacking, les aviento la sign, hey, camarón, fucking sinaloense, or whatever it is, and they already know. Okay, boom, we switch to that, and that just automatically just makes the tanda. But you gotta know how to read the
You
crowd for
you
that.
said something very important. Says me and my guys are seasoned. Me and my
Yeah,
guys know how to work a machine. Maybe estas bandas because they don't know when the next trumpet player is coming. We need two trumpets, and the other guy doesn't know.
yeah.
Do
I
you
mean,
understand? So
yeah,
cuando tienes bandas, son un chingo de vatos. Mañana te quiero, mañana no te. El clarinete no vino, llámame otro.
llámame otro.
You know what I mean? They're not
Yeah,
important. The name of the band is important. With you guys,
yeah.
it's important that all your musicians know. Okay,
Oh
the
yeah.
two lead singers just said boom. Now, when I ask you about that, nunca se agarraron a chingadazos, bro.
Nosotros,
You too, you too. I mean, cause God, it's
Mariana
a
y yo,
yes, it's more than 20
no
years
manches,
together.
es esa chingadera, like, no, no, hasta yo no me la creo todavía. We've never had problems, bro. I mean, tenemos discusiones si algo no está bien, o que algo, algo que no está saliendo bien, o que could have came out better. am, lo hablamos siempre, pero nunca ha habido, like, una discusión que diga que salimos mal, que nos
Ni
dejamos
de
de hablar.
dinero, bro, like,
No, pues, es que el dinero es 50-50.
okay,
So, at the end of the day, todo es parejo, se sacan
yeah,
los gastos de arriba, se le paga a los muchachos, se le paga a todos, y ya lo que queda 50-50.
okay.
Hay veces que queda un chingo, y hay veces
It's
que
gonna
no,
look
sí, que
good.
no queda ni verga,
Hey,
güey.
bro, you owe me 50.
Yeah, yeah, you owe me
We
50.
need to pay
I
for
put
this
the gas,
extra.
I put the gas,
Yeah,
pero no salió for the gas,
yeah,
so just, pay me later or something,
yeah, yeah.
Pero es
But
que así es.
that's good, bro,
Yeah,
because I don't know what other duet ni los relámpagos aguantaron tanto, bro.
yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
It's been such a crazy ride porque, I mean, ha habido un chingo de cosas que han pasado, pues, I mean, as Voces tenemos 28 años. 28 años como
That's what
Voces
I'm
de Rancho,
saying.
o sea, y estamos hablando de que empezamos a trabajar hace 25 años, o sea, que empezamos ya to be on the road. Y de ahí para adelante, pues, ya te imaginarás cuántos how many shows we've done, and, since, for the past 25 years. We work every weekend, En un año, quizás maybe 3 weekends out of the whole year, we won't work for whatever reasons, or I took a vacation, or I had a fucking heart attack or
Mhm.
some fucking
So
bullshit.
what happens now? Porque me imagino que el desmadre que había antes en Voces del Rancho when you two were young,
Oh my god, that was
dude,
fucking crazy.
no phones, no
No
nothing,
internet.
no internet.
It was wild, bro.
It was
It was
bananas.
wild
A
times,
crazy story that you could tell me from those moments when you were young, there was no internet, no phones, no nothing crazy without getting you in trouble now. But things
man.
where you in the tú la viste dura y dices, oh, I'm just so glad que Dios es grande and he protected us.
Bro. I
Oh,
mean, fucking after parties, I mean, back in the day we were young, so todo se nos hacía fácil, y luego había con queso las tortillas,
sí,
así
sí,
es
sí,
que
pues claro.
entonces nos valía madre, bro, nos metíamos en pedos así donde, one time we got banned, well, a couple of times we got banned from hotels,
Por
por
el
eso,
desmadre.
por pinche desmadre, por
But what
desmadrosos.
was it? You guys brought the whole banda in and you have
We would just have big parties,
just big parties?
big
Like,
parties.
who would come to these parties? It's like you could just tell the audience, "Hey guys, we're done singing, but whoever wants to come to
Come to
the
the party. Nah,
hotel,
nah, it wasn't that extensive, pero sí, un invitado invita así, como dicen,
hey, van a estar los muchachos acá, vamos para allá,"
Yeah,
and then
ven
all
acá,
of a
viene para
sudden you
allá.
had like 30 people in your hotel
Yeah, in
room,
the hotel room, and then, you're
and you
done.
don't know all of them. You just know
No, oh,
some of
yeah,
them.
yeah, you might know one or two, and that's about it, But we had those kind of things, where we trash hotel rooms. I mean, I personally never trashed a hotel room, but los plebes, I mean,
The people that were
ya
around you.
pedos, and haciendo desmadre, pues shit tends to break.
Did you guys because the access of alcohol and drugs and everything is so free that you guys ever go to the point? What? ¿Qué pasó, bro? You need something? Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
All right. He's
Te
killing
voy a traer
killing
una
the
de esas
fly.
pinches rackets que tienen, you see,
Ahí tengo una, güey, ahí tengo una. We left the door open. Um, but has there ever been a point where you thought this is getting too much? Because look at what's going on now with social media.
Yeah,
Tú ves like Grupo Firme, and they're on stage just done, bro. Like a lot of these singers, Alejandro Fernandez, just done, like done.
I've been there, man.
You've been there.
It's a excess work, when you're popping, you're popular. Everybody wants you. Everybody wants to have you in the show, and your manager, what does he do? He sells dates.
Mhm.
So everybody's trying to make money, so then they overbook you. And I'm talking like I'm talking weekends like 3 Friday, 3 Saturday, and 3 Sunday, and then one on Wednesday, kind of shit. Una vez yo duré, no te miento, duré como 6 meses malo de la garganta. En los años que estábamos en chinga, andábamos, y no tenía tiempo de recuperarme porque it was just like 5, 6 shows a week. So it was just too much. Y
How
no,
much money are we talking about, if you don't mind? Back then, you would walk home with what? Was it worth the
I'd walk
pain?
home sometimes, 30 grand for a weekend, 30, sometimes 25 G's in one day. Depends. It was just wild, bro. It was so much money.
And
Can you
did you spend it just as fast as it was
I
coming in?
did, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? I made the mistake of thinking I was set, and I think that's one of the mistakes that a lot of people make. Uh, Trying to live like a millionaire when you're a thousandaire.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to. I luego. I was watching MTV Cribs and shit. So
Oh,
I wanted to have an MTV crib too, dog.
yeah,
I wanted to
yeah.
have five
You
cars
didn't know
and
they were rented, huh?
yeah,
You
yeah,
you found
yeah,
out till later.
yeah. I didn't know that only having five cars
It's good, dude.
required.
You see a singer that you're like, I'm more popular than that guy, and that guy can afford that house. No, he rented it. You're like, I didn't
Yeah,
know that. I'm over there buying the house.
yeah. I was young too. I'm talking like 21 years old, making sometimes $50,000 in a weekend. For a fucking 20-year-old, 21 year
And we're
old.
talking about early 2000s. We're
Yeah.
talking about the late 90s.
It was
You were
it was
making
just a
that.
lot of excess everything, and excess money is bad for you too. And I thought, well, I'm set. Bought my house. That's one thing I did buy. I bought my house, which was something that was good at the time, and but then I made the mistake of wanting a bigger house. Ya teniendo un paguito bien a toda madre, and I wanted a bigger house, and so I went to trying to get a bigger house, and so it was definitely a learning experience for me, of what not to do when you make money.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah,
the big house comes with big maintenance.
yeah, on
I
big
mean,
maintenance,
just
and
the grass alone, the
yeah, I was just gonna
water.
say, el jardinero, no mames, me sacaba los ojos, y era el mismo jardinero que tenía en la primera casa. En la
Yeah,
primera casa me pagaba poquita renta, pagaba poquito, pero ya I wanted a big house
yeah.
because, I mean, obviously I was able to afford it because we were doing very well.
But you're
Um,
living for that. That's it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It gets to a point because aparte de eso, pues you have a big house, you want to fix it up, you want to have a nice car, you want the best of everything. Going to shopping sprees. Te lo juro que había días que me levantaba, I would just wake up and I'll be like, what am I gonna buy today? ¿Qué voy a comprar hoy? Y me iba al pinche mall y sin tener nada que comprar, pero yo iba fucking determined
To buy shit that
to
you're
buy
gonna
shit.
throw away or give it to a friend later.
Exactly. And it's just um it
Dumbest shit you ever bought, bro. Dumbest shit to this
oh
point, you go, que pendejo, güey. I'll never buy that again.
fuck, bro, so many things, bro.
No.
Pero one in
Number one,
particular, and it wasn't even that so much money.
the principle of this
The
shit.
principle of the thing, I walked into Circuit City, which if you guys don't know what Circuit City is, like
Yeah.
it's like a Best Buy.
Best Buy. Yeah.
Best Buy, pero otro color, ¿verdad?
Yeah, just right.
I went in there and I bought like 30 DVDs, bro, just to fucking buy them. Yo te lo juro que llegaba and I'll be like, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, in a little basket, boom, vámonos a pagar. Más aparte otros 7 CDs.
Okay, todo esto I agree with because you're on the road, you're entertaining yourself. I can see that. I'm talking
Mhm.
about you bought a tiger. Motherfucker,
Oh,
how the fuck did you win?
yeah.
Give
No,
us a
you
good
know
You're
what?
not gonna write it.
I wasn't much I mean, other than buying clothes, I used to love buying clothes, like expensive clothes, and just fucking going.
Would you go to Rodeo Drive when
I
you're
went a
working
couple
there?
of times, but no, I would go like to South Coast Plaza, Masacan.
Acá el
Yeah,
Plaza México, or
see,
whatever.
Alameda Suave.
Alameda Suave.
I would go and I would spend stupid amounts of money on things, that just don't hold any value. Now that I'm older, I'm like, fuck, I should have bought a bunch of Rolexes. They would have all fucking gone up in value,
Yeah,
So I tell a lot of these kids that go through the studio, I tell them, hey, you guys gotta, if you're gonna invest your money, if you're gonna buy shit, buy a fucking Rolex or buy gold. That shit's
yeah.
not gonna, lose
Depreciate.
appreciate. And I try. I'm like the old guy at the studio, I les doy consejos, but I've been through it.
Yeah.
I was fortunate. You know what? Lo que donde sí me puse trucha fue que empecé a comprar un chingo de cosas de estudio, a
Mm.
bunch of stuff because my first love. I mean, I love singing, but my first love has always been producing records. So, entonces yo compraba micrófonos, compraba que unos
Can you
aparatos y que cintas.
explain to me your job as a producer? I know the songwriter.
Yeah,
I know there's people that create the melody
yeah.
or even the tempo for the song. There's people that sing the song. Producer.
Mm.
Where do you, as a producer, you can listen to a song as a very shitty produced, very good produced. What is the difference?
Well, as a producer, I
Yeah,
mean,
what do
you
you
take
do?
many hats. It varies de artista a artista. There's artists where I'm a producer where I do all the music for them. They give me the song and I'll be like, okay, I'll do the music for you. I'll tell you where where the middle music is gonna go, or a veces hasta la tonada, which is the melody of the song.
Yeah,
And y a la misma vez, I'm like a coach to these people because I pretty much coach them through the whole process of it. So you come with a song, I'm gonna make sure that everybody that plays on that song plays as best as they can without overdoing it either. Because if you overdo it, you overcook it. porque ya
What's
hemos
overdoing it?
when you wanna get it too perfect, you know?
Ah, okay, okay.
I always say it's not about being perfect, it's about being right, you know, que se sienta bien la canción, and by being perfect, it's not always the best thing, you know, for a song because if you do it so many times, it starts to become stale, you know? Y para mí tiene que tener esa conexión con la gente, you know? And by doing that, you coach the person through it. Whether if it's a singer, I'll coach them through the whole thing, where you know how to make the listener believe what they're singing.
Hardest guy you ever had to, or woman you had to work with, donde nomás dijiste, look, it just we're not a match. Y fue un dolor de cabeza donde
Yeah.
ya los dos dijimos,
Well, I
bueno,
mean,
compa, you
without
do your
mentioning names, but I've had a couple of those where
I want names. I want names, bro. Pues ya no
no,
trabajan juntos, bro.
nah, pero I recently had a band. These kids that came down from another state. I won't even say the state because I know
Mm.
who. If I say the state, they'll know who it is. But
I'm not that popular, bro.
yeah,
Don't worry about it. Say it.
these kids came from Texas and shit, and they I got hired by the record label, and they came and we worked, and I kind of polished them and I pushed them and I pushed them, and then yeah, once I gave them the song, they're like, oh, we don't like it, we want to redo the whole thing. We're like, are you kidding me? Like, you
Bro,
just slaved over this album and you don't like it? I mean, and not that they have to like it because I did it, but I'm like, this is something you guys could have told me.
listen, Grupo Frontera has always been like that. Grupo Frontera always does that. Like
Is
they'll
that
have
right?
the.
Oh,
I
I thought
wish.
you
He says, I
nah,
wish it was the guy
no,
that came to
it's
the
it's
studio.
it's some other kids,
Yeah.
and yeah, so don't know. I mean, it's happened before too, where I'm not 100% happy with the results, you know, and it's because
The
maybe
artist made a change and
the
said, I
artist
want
the
this.
artist the artist didn't do what I needed them to do, or they the worst ones are the egos, you know, the ones that feel
Tell
like
me.
you can't tell them anything, and that's something that for me, I hate working with the rock stars, you
Que te
know.
dicen, a ver, compa, usted muévale ahí a los botones, yo canto.
Yo canto, "Oh, ahí está bien, ya," and I'll be like, "No, bro, mira, but you can make it better." "No, no, así me gusta." Okay. At the end of the day, it's their song, and I mean, I'm producing the song. If they want to leave it like that, then that's cool. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. You know, doesn't mean that I'm always right. And sometimes my ideas don't work either. You know, sometimes it'll be able to try it. I'm a fan of trying everything. You know,
Mm.
if somebody has an idea, sometimes I hear the idea, I'm like, that's a dumbass idea. But I said, let's try it. You know, I mean,
No, no,
I don't
no,
tell
no.
them,
What you say is así, pero bien.
así pero bien, let's
Así,
do
pero
así
bien.
pero
Así,
bien,
pero bien.
yeah.
Así, pero bien.
So I'll tell them, let's try it. And sometimes when they hear it, they'll be like, oh shit, sounds dumb. Okay, okay. I try to be very. I have a lot of patience, so I try to be very open to suggestions, and because that como te digo, at the end of it is their song, and I want them to be happy with the final result.
Do you feel something when you see like, oh man, we could do it better, or I could do it better? Is there ever like Oscar de la Hoya wanted to fight again? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Julio Cesar Chavez wants to fight again.
But
Do you and your partner just get, hey, bro, esta rola, bro. Let's make the music video. Let's do this right. Let's blow this up. Let's get back on top of the mountain. Do you guys have those moments?
we do have, the occasional little spurts of energy.
And I call them spurts of energy because
Yeah,
at a certain age, you kind of you negotiate with your time.
yeah.
Do
Oh,
you
yeah,
understand? Your time
for
is more
sure.
important. So you also take in consideration family and kids and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So
Like, I think about it sometimes, and as much as I love it, I don't know if I want to go on those, extensive tours anymore. Now that I'm older, bro. I mean, yeah, I guess now I want to be home. I want to enjoy the family.
mhm.
Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love to do it. It's my favorite thing in the world. To go sing and just feeling that crowd and feeling the rush of going on stage. And um, I don't think I'll ever get over that. But the touring, like being
What at
gone.
what age did you start having kids? You have kids
20,
at
yeah.
20?
Yeah, 20.
Ooh, buddy. So
Yeah.
you have like a 28 year
20,
old,
no, 20, 25 going on 26,
25.
and
Now,
a 22 going on 23.
okay. Now, how was it? How was it? Like, do you think the reason I ask, I'm a dad.
Yeah.
My daughter's 7, eight,
Yeah.
8, 8. She's
8.
gonna be 9.
Yeah.
Um, the guy who played Batman, what's his name? JT? The
Michael
first
Keaton.
one, Michael Keaton. And
Yeah.
they asked him, what's the best job you ever had? He says, being a
Being a
dad.
dad.
So did you get a chance to be a dad or were you on the road?
Bro, I was on the road a lot. I mean, I did get a chance to be a dad. because when I was home, I would take them to school every day. No le hace que llegara fucking 3 in the morning from studio,
Yeah.
whatever. I would get up, fucking todos los días the same hair, same
Yeah.
hairdo,
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
pelado para atrás, la colita, pum, 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 the scrunchie. Vámonos,
Vámonos,
cabrón, a la
mija.
escuela. Y así, so I got to do that a lot. Then doing the, soccer games and soccer practice. A lot of times the soccer games I wasn't here because they were on the weekends. But the soccer practices I was always there, and once in a while I'd fly in, fucking straight
Surprise
from
them.
straight from the airport to the soccer field. Like
Nice.
if it was on a weekend, if I was flying back in on a Sunday or something, and
Uh-huh.
and so I got to be a dad. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one of my
And do you
fucking.
have that relationship with your kids?
We do have a good relationship. And when they were younger, um, they were very close to me, and then for a while, como que when they were growing up, como que they went through that age where they kind of se alejaron un poquito, pero otra vez ahorita ya now they're at the age where they're like, oh, my daddy.
Now, did your kids know that you were famous? Did they live
Mm,
that lifestyle where people knew they
yeah,
were getting autographs, photos, stuff
eh,
like that?
to them it was normal, dude. It was
Yeah,
normal because
yeah.
that's all, and because our friends were like, Mariano and
Uh-huh.
his kids,
Yeah,
and then all of our friends were musicians. So to them, I guess to them that was what everybody
work.
did.
Yeah,
Everybody's daddy did. I guess until they got a little bit older, they realized like, oh shit, my dad's not a normal. And now they're like, you're definitely not a normal dad,
yeah. They met
because
other people.
yeah, because I think like a lot of people our age, you
Uh-huh.
know, yeah, a lot of them. I mean, obviously you run into them in the store or something. Ya se miran apagados,
Bro, it's just
It's
it's
sad.
yeah. I'm in Texas, and somebody say, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm 45." He's like, "Damn, you look young." And I go, "Really?" He says, "Man, I'm 38. Look at me." Yeah, but you work in the sun every day, dude. You're out there working
Yeah.
hard labor, not eating right. I
Yeah.
slept till 8 in the morning this morning. Look at you woke up at 6:30.
Fuck. Es que la neta, bro. La neta, we're very blessed to do what we do and to stay out of the sunlight. My pops era jardinero, when I was growing up. And pops was always a hard worker, and si yo la cagaba en la escuela o algo, su castigo nunca fue pegarme. Él fue llevarme a la chamba. Work
Yeah,
hard and fucking made me work hard.
that's it.
Yeah, and that was worse que me dieran unos pinches
No,
cintarazos.
güey, pedías la chinga, güey. At least you could sleep.
Sí, güey. She would wake me up like si normalmente mi jefe se levantaba a las 7 o digo a las 6:30 para irse a trabajar a las 7, me levantaba a las 4. Órale, cabrón,
Vámonos.
para que aprendas el precio de la vida, decía.
Suba toda la camioneta, quedo todo limpio, órale.
Todo,
Y no te
vámonos.
me apendejes, no quiero errores.
Sí, no, no, me traía bien juido pero en el momento, like, me acuerdo que I'd be like, "Fuck you, dad,"
Yeah, fuck you, fuck you,
yeah, bien
fuck.
enojado. But now that I've grown up, I mean, that work ethic stuck to me, and I work a lot. I love to work, and
I think we appreciate more what we do because, yeah, like
yeah,
my dad, I see him. You must be tired holding that microphone. I'm
yeah.
like, no, relax, motherfucker.
It's a mental, but you know what? It was cool because after a few years, when we ya cuando empezó la cosa bien ahí with us, and me lo traje a jalar conmigo as a manager, and,
Mm,
and so that was a good moment for me because we brought both of our parents. Mariano brought his dad, and I brought my dad. My dad was a manager. He was, and then and his dad was a road manager. So it was good for me because ya no lo miraba y todo. Y a veces llegaba to visit them, and he was all fucking tirado ahí,
yeah,
super tired, todo mugroso from
from working out there.
working all day long. And so I was like, fuck, I just felt bad. So then when salió la oportunidad to have him on the team, I was like, I'm gonna teach you. I literally sat with them
Now, does
in
he
the office.
manage other artists now?
Well, back then he would. No, he retired. He
He
retired
retired
a few
too.
years
Okay.
back, and yeah, mom, they moved to over there to
But you
Rosarito.
taught him. Me dices que qué le estás
Oh yeah,
enseñando?
so when he started working with us, I literally sat with them at his desk, and when people would call, I would be like, "Diles que sí, diles que tanto, y que te den
Mhm,
garantía." And I would be whispering all this shit in his ear and be like, "Sí, dame garantía."
mhm.
So then, little by little,
He
he
understood.
he understood it until he kind of got caught on by himself. Después, he was a fucking
Ruthless.
era ruthless. He was known to be he was known for, like, cussing people out and promoting, be like, "Dad, don't fucking talk to them like that. That's our work, you know? No, no, no. A chingar a su madre todos."
Mhm.
I'll be like, "Fuck."
Did you guys ever get the pressure in the early 2000s? Aquid was hitting. Did you guys ever get the pressure of shit, man? Univision Music is Universal Music right now. Ahorita we can do a rap song, and
We actually did a song with Aquid.
you did.
Yeah, we
Okay, a rap
did,
song.
La Novela, yeah. Well,
Okay,
we did, like, the hook. We
okay,
didn't rap in it, but we did the hook
okay.
of the song Dos Monedas,
Uh-huh.
and they did the rapping part, and it was
Mhm.
a crazy experience porque nos tocó ir a Miami a promocionar todo. Fuimos de Despierta América y que es en Primer Impacto. We did everything, you know? Back then,
Wow.
pues, they were, I think, on their second album, so they had the fucking pinche apoyo de la compañía
Claro,
encabronado, bro.
because the
Entonces, que
first
nos
one was
tocó
huge.
hicimos un video with the same guy que hizo hacer los videos a NWA, so it was a big, big production, y nos tocó, hacer eso con ellos, and it was badass, bro.
Now, that was badass. Now with Peso Pluma and, ¿cómo se llama?
¿Quién?
Los muchachos de Baila Sola.
Oh, Eslabón Armado. Yeah.
Eslabón Armado. Do you think what happened there, bro? Like, ¿qué pasó ahí, güey? Is it just ego? What
Um,
happened?
no, you know what? I think I honestly think, I mean, from what I know, that they're good, no tienen ninguna bronca. It's more the the media likes to kind of blow things out of proportion, make them bigger than they are. But that's what sells, that's what sells stories, and that's what gets the clickbait,
Do you think now a lot of people are gonna be standoffish and doing duets?
I don't think so. I think if anything, it's just gonna make people just be a little more careful
Who they work with?
with no, no, maybe not who they work with, but with the legal part of it. I think that's something that a lot of the bands are very uneducated with the business end of it. It's show
Mhm.
business for a reason. A lot of these people just know the show, but they don't know the business end of it, and that right there is sometimes the downfall of a lot of bands. And I say it personally because I went through the same thing where in the beginning I was just trying to be known for a singer, but I didn't know there was a whole fucking business end to it behind it. And in the beginning was I didn't make the smartest choices, and but to me it was
What
always a
what
learning
do you mean by
experience.
smarty smart choices
Because I
with
was
their
kind of
money?
giving away the music, and rather than knowing, trying to keep my masters and trying to keep a percentage of it. I was just like, oh, just take out my music, and
Mhm.
and and and, and everything's gonna be good.
Is there anybody that ever cheated you out of money? Like
Oh
you were
yeah,
like,
no, oh
"Oh
yeah, we
man,
we,
this."
we got cheated out of we learned the hard way of how to work. That's one of the reasons I brought my dad to work with us, because the guy that we had before that, I caught him taking money from us. And
How do you not know, bro? This is what I don't understand. It's your money. Like,
yeah,
you ask any millionaire, Bill Gates, "Where's your money?" Right here.
yeah,
Like, he'll tell you everything where his
yeah.
money's at. How do you not know who's spending your
Because,
money?
like, you have a manager, and the manager, like, skimming from the top, or he'll be like, oh, no salieron bien las cuentas, and was they're the ones with all the contacts, so, like, I don't know who to call and ask.
Mhm.
And you build a relationship sometimes with your manager where you believe everything they tell you. And because of that, there comes a point where you kind of put your guard down, and you let them handle things. And that was us being young and naive. No sabíamos, pues, que pues tenemos que estar más trucha con el dinero. Y tocó una ocasión que yo le había preguntado al manager, like a couple of weeks before, hey, ¿para dónde vamos tal fecha? No, pues, ¿qué tal lugar? ¿Por cuánto vamos? No, pues vamos por tanto. Sobres. So then llegó la fecha a few weeks later y mandó a su hijo, ¿verdad? Y el morro, ya a la hora que terminamos el show, we went back to the hotel, we're walking in through the lobby, and le digo, hey, dame la feria, ¿cómo quedamos? Dice, no, pues cobramos tanto, which was like a couple of G's less.
Mhm.
Le dije, hey, no, no, espérate, le digo, tu papá me dijo que era tanto. Dice, no, 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 es esto. Dice, debe haber escuchado mal. Le dije, no, yo escuché bien. Tu papá me dijo que era tanto y aquí no es lo que me dijo él. Dice, no, mira, aquí está el contrato. But when he went like this, I saw him covering an amount.
Uh-huh.
So when he went like this, pa, se lo arrebaté. Y ahí estaba, sure enough, the amount his dad had told me. I was like, what the fuck is this? Y dice el vato, no, no, that was a mistake. I said, ni madres, cabrón. I went up to my
So he
room.
was trying to skim 2,000 from the full
Yeah,
pay. Okay.
yeah. So then,
You go to your
I
room?
go to my room y en chinga que le hablo al vato. Y entonces, hey, ¿qué pasó? ¿Cómo está, compa? Dígale. Dije, oiga, me cancela todas las fechas que tenga de la voz de Rancho. Paz, le colgué. And that fool was like, what? Como que he was like, what the fuck? Well, actually, I didn't hang it up. I was like, boop. It was cell
Yeah.
phone. So fucking, en chinga que me empieza a llamar el vato. Ignore, ignore, ignore. Te lo juro, como unas 100 veces me habló en la noche.
Pues es el paycheck, bro.
Yeah,
I'm losing the
sí.
paycheck.
Y so, needless to say, the next day, este, um, he was kept on blowing me up. No le contesté nada. I started looking for another manager. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna bring my dad better. So con mi dad, I know at least.
Si me va a robar, que me robe alguien que
Sí,
sí, si me va a robar, que sea alguien que sí
que sea alguien
conozco,
de
güey.
confianza, ¿no?
Sí, luego, pues, ahí se mejora
Yeah.
la familia.
Sí, so de ahí nos trajimos a mi jefe y de ahí para adelante we started working, very, very
Yeah.
well. Ya pues todo, con todo el control, porque digo, yo me sentaba ahí con él y le decía, "Hazle así, di
Ujú.
esto y di acá."
I have a theory sometimes donde, y lo he visto en artistas, que they'll go and they'll ask for stuff.
Yeah.
Piden y piden y piden y piden y piden y piden y piden. And then at the end, viene el bill.
Oh,
Like
a
people don't
huevo.
understand. This is not free. Like you can ask for
Yeah,
whatever you want, pero te va a costar.
a
A mí
huevo.
me vale madre, aquí seguimos tocando. Me vale verga, usted va a pagar
Yeah.
los $10,000
Sí,
la
sí,
siguiente
sí.
hora. Do you understand? So,
Yeah.
so I think sometimes artists will start asking, 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 and they forget. And then the bill comes and go, ¿Quién me está robando? No, bro, you're
No.
a douchebag.
You asked for 2 bottles on stage and
Yeah, bro. You didn't even ask the
yeah,
ticket price. You say, hey, whatever they want for dinner.
yeah.
Your boys went out and ordered fucking Hamas talk steaks, all of them.
But
You know what I mean? Wrapped in gold.
wrapped
You know what I mean?
gold
Like
flakes.
yeah, they went out there and they did that. They wanted the salt guy to come.
Yeah,
And you're like, wait, who paid for that? You did. You said, go
yeah.
ahead.
Sí, así es. When there's money, bro, te vale madre. Y estando en el party, pues, más madre te vale,
Sí, sí. Pero
Sí,
luego le echan la culpa al manager, le echan la culpa al you
sí,
know, like somebody else go,
yeah,
wait, motherfucker, sometimes it's you guys. Just
yeah.
you spend too much money.
Yeah, no, eso sí, definitely nos pasó un chingo de veces. I mean, we would leave early on tour just to go party the night before, and
Yeah.
it was just dumb. Standing
Any
andante.
show that you couldn't make it?
There was a couple of shows that por alguna cosa u otra no llegábamos. A particular one that I remember, we played in San Diego at some festival. It was an early gig. It was maybe like fucking 2 p.m. or something. Y acabando de ir, we had to catch a private plane and play in fucking Sacramento the same day, in la noche, for another festival para cerrar. So I remember que acabando de tocar en el primer show, we fucking went to the airport. We got on the private plane, pues ahí vamos en chinga. Pero the private plane no era uno de los pinches private plane lujosos, it was just a private plane, pero era más chiquito.
The Cessna.
Yeah,
Agárrense en culero. No, no.
y ahí vamos todos, güey. Y el vato dice, when we got there, hey, how many are you guys? No, pues somos I think 8. He's like, oh shit. You're like, because this plane's only for like 7 people or something like that. Well, but let's just go, fuck it. So ahí vamos todos, pum, con todos instrumentos. Y as soon as we got up, el vato empezó, you know what? Dice, we're gonna have to emergency land porque this thing's not gonna. Actually, he was still going up. He was on the air for I don't know 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and then he starts saying, "Okay, we need to
Need to land.
land de emergencia because the
Uh-huh.
plane was losing altitude."
Yeah,
Ni
yeah.
madre, güey. So we were able to land in Compton Airport.
Of course.
Llegamos a Compton Airport y ahí we ended up getting having to rent a second fucking
Plane.
avioneta. De ahí nos fuimos en las dos pinches avionetas, pero por parar ahí se nos fueron ahí un ratillo y ya cuando llegamos, ya llegamos tarde y nos cancelaron. So we rented 2 fucking airplanes para llegar para allá y no tocar. Se salió
Wow. Now
caro el pinche
who
pedo.
pays for the planes?
We did. We paid
God,
for the planes, yeah.
you don't get paid.
No, 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 but that was just coming out of the pocket. And
Woo.
fucking even those little fucking planes were expensive.
How much are you talking?
I think they were probably like
5
like
grand, 8
like
grand?
no, it was I think it was like 5, 6 grand each plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so ahí se nos fueron like 12 Gs, bro, just en puras pinches avionetas,
I would have took a shit in one of them, bro, at
Sí, de
least.
mínimo,
O
¿da?
sea, algo,
Get
una
my
soda,
money's worth,
dame,
just,
give me a soda, something, bro.
yo
Let me feel like
me
I
traigo
got
una pinche un
sí,
asiento o algo,
algo, güey. Dame alguna
unas
cachetada, at
pinches
least.
llaves o algo, Una cachetada al pino
O sea,
sopas, cabrón.
órale, cabrón.
Get my money's worth.
Wow,
Yeah.
bro. Dice, ha habido un trend de tirarle botellas y botes a los singers, bro.
Oh,
I
dude.
know it's stop. Have you guys experienced
Oh,
that
yeah,
shit?
bro, plenty of times, you
What's
know?
the deal, bro? What do you do at that
I
moment,
don't
bro?
know, dog, me acuerdo una vez, um, a mí me pasó una vez, y me acuerdo que we were in Reno, y estaba cantando yo, and we were singing Baltasar, me acuerdo, and all of a sudden I just felt fucking something hit me in the chest. Bah! I'm like, "What the fuck?" It was a bottle. So I stopped the music. I was fucking heated, bro. Paré la
Uh-huh.
música. "Hey, ¿quién fue el cabrón que aventó la botella? Si tienes huevos, arrímate para acá, puto". Y nadie se arrimó.
No, pues
Dijo:
de
"Ay, güey,
pendejo.
qué bueno,
No.
cabrón, que eres un grandote, ey, good shot". Bro, no manches,
So
pero,
what do? You just
pues, we
fuck you
stopped. Yeah,
guys.
fuck you.
And then what?
No, I stopped, I stopped the show, and I was like, "Who threw this shit?" You know?
Mm.
Um, pero hay raza que a veces se ponen bien pedos. A lot of times they ask you for a song you don't know or something, and it's like, "Bro, I don't know that song." O te piden una canción de somebody else, like, "Bro, I don't sing that fucking song, bro." Like, it's
Yeah.
y se enojan, and si están pedos, pues, a veces they have the beer balls y
Yeah, yeah,
valió
of
madre el
course. Y te
pedo.
avientan desmadre y medio, bro. But I
Yeah.
thought it was.
Alguien comentó que si te avienta el calzones, güey.
¿Te
Oh, sí,
avientan
no.
calzones, güey?
Sí, no, sí nos aventaban, ahorita ya no me avientan verga.
No, no, es que
Ahora
ya
sí me
dice,
avientan
las,
puros
las
pinches
señoras ya dicen, mire, mire, es
no
que salen
están
45 en el Victoria's Secret,
sí.
este cabrón, no,
Sí, no, no. No, man, I mean, sí nos aventaban de todo, bro, back in the day, calzones,
and
brasieres,
did you pick him up? Like, did you go, a ver, esta no
uh,
me la voy a,
pinche pinche
a ver.
yeah, no, I mean, back in the day, it was, I mean, when we were at our prime, bro, it was wild, man. We had some crazy shows, when you're popping, it's just everybody wants to be your friend, and it was just some crazy times.
How did you guys not end up ODing somewhere or not getting into a violent or getting arrested? Because at that time, you gotta understand the la chamacada way, everybody that was young was into your music, and it wasn't like regular dudes. These were like thugs, South Central cholos. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure they would all show up, bro. It was
yeah.
in style to listen to your music back then.
I mean, for me, drugs was never been. I mean, I smoke weed, but
Mhm.
no, it's never been. I've never really been into anything else. I guess for some reason we got lucky, bro. I think I always say you attract the same kind of people. You kind of the way your vibe is, and all the guys in the band, they're all good vibe. La neta todos han sido uh, very. I guess como centrados, en ese aspecto. I mean, I won't say that we've never partied. Everybody's partied.
No, but I'm saying it's like you have fans that are involved in that lifestyle.
Oh,
You
okay, I see what you
understand?
mean. Yeah,
So how did you guys don't get caught up? The basketball players get caught up in that shit.
yeah,
Like is it that that's something that consciously you guys said, you know what, we know the danger to
yeah,
fucking with those people, so we're
yeah.
not gonna fuck with those
I think
people.
all of us have been, they go, we're all like good dudes, we're all about the music, and that's pretty much it. I guess when you start getting those negative thoughts and shit, is when it's a lot of times shit goes sour, y para nosotros, todos son de la misma camada, son calmados, everybody's, very chill,
Well, no, I agree with your band members.
yeah.
I'm talking about, I mean, I know singers that sing the same regional music you do. At the end of the day, though, they say, "Oh, I had a show to Oakland.
Mhm.
They booked me. I showed up with the band and everybody, and then we get the hey, the show's canceled. But don't worry, guys, have lunch and relax, and we'll have you back at home tomorrow."
I mean, that happens,
And
bro.
then you're like, "What the fuck? Wait. And, you want another trip to Oakland? Yes. All right. Ah, guess
Uh,
what, guys? The show's canceled again." And you're like, "Wait, what?
What's going on
Yo les
here?
mando el camión. I'll send the bus. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Just put in the instruments." And then all of a sudden you're like, "What the fuck are we doing here? Like,
yeah,
what
no.
the fuck?" Shit.
I mean, fuck, bro. This business, you go through the weirdest fucking experiences sometime, and that you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, like something is shady here. Something's not
Yeah.
wrong.
I mean,
Like,
we got to go play for a lot of ballers, and that paid fucking top dollar for our time, and shit. Like I remember making like some dude. He asked us how much you charge for an hour. I said, oh, I charge you 30 racks. He said, okay, let's go. Went to his house. He woke up his wife. He had his two compadres with him. Woke up his wife and kids. We played in his living room for 30,000 bucks for 1 hour, and with no speakers or nothing, just guitar and fucking an accordion. And he was happy as can be, bro.
Ah, damn,
Boom, boom,
why
boom.
don't they do that with comedy? I'll tell you jokes for an hour for 30 grand. Shit. I'll wake up my wife and kids to come and tell the
For
jokes.
30 grand.
Yeah, for 30 grand, I'll wait. Yeah, vámonos, son 30
Vámonos.
grand. Vámonos.
Levántate, levántate.
Son 30 grand.
Yeah, bro. But, I mean, we had a few of those shows like that, and I mean, those dudes are cool, I mean, at least we've had experience. I mean, I've heard some fucking horror stories, de
Mhm,
gente que los han golpeado, los han cacheteado, y para nosotros, nunca tuvimos esa experiencia, siempre nos fue, de poca madre, No fueron muchos shows así, pero sí fueron varios,
mhm,
y la neta siempre se portaron. Yo pienso que porque la gente que nos llevaba eran fans de la música de nosotros, entonces
mhm.
como que nos daban un poquito más respeto, and at least I mean, I never
Yeah,
saw anything
yeah.
crazy.
No, but I could see it. I mean, there's so much now that you see it. Like there's certain states in Mexico that won't let Pleso Pluma in
Yeah,
the schools. You can't play it in the schools.
that's wild, bro.
Do you understand? Like this is
Yeah,
music, and they're
it's
saying
censorship and all that bullshit.
censorship and all that.
Yeah,
Pero what is your thoughts on this? Because they are glorifying, a narco.
yeah,
So JGL. I mean, CH, La Pizza, all that stuff. I mean, come on, bro. Like it's obvious what they're talking about.
yeah,
So, what are your thoughts on that? Now that you're an older artist, that you are still in the mix, you are a producer. It's not like you've gone away. So you're watching this happen in front of
yeah.
you. You're in the mix. What are your thoughts now?
I mean, it's always happened, and it's always happened in all genres of music. You listen to rap, you talk about bitches y que this and that, and entonces, para mí es la misma chingadera, it's music at the end of the day. It's art. It's news. I mean, si están hablando de maybe if it was something crazy, beating up kids or raping women, then maybe that, you got to draw a line
Well,
somewhere.
that's what they do. The narcos that they
Yeah,
glorify, they
yeah.
rape and
Well,
kill and all that stuff. So
yeah.
you understand? It's imagine this. My family was kidnapped or stored. They've been los extorsionaron. They came down. My dad had to flee Zacatecas because llegaron los Zetas. And now,
What the
nos perdimos
fuck?
el terreno, perdimos todo esto. And then here comes Beso Pluma,
Thinking about it.
glorifying the guy that just got him
Yeah.
out of his own terrenos in Mexico.
Oh shit.
So you're like,
I think it needs to hit home. Maybe for some people to feel it. Like, I mean, maybe because it happened to me. Thank God. Pero see, I mean, I always see it as music. I always look at everything from a musical point of view for me. And although we might not agree with everything that they're singing about, it's reality. It's what's happening, and it's just like you listen, you see the La Alarma, you see the news. They talk about the same thing.
there
Yeah,
you go, touche. It's true. It's the reality that they are living.
yeah.
It hurts because it's true.
It hurts because it's
Yeah,
true.
the only reason it bothers you is because it's true. It
Yeah,
resonates,
yeah,
especially with you and what's going on with you. So in your life. So
yeah,
I get it. I get it. It's not the kid's fault. I think there's a bigger problem.
yeah.
It's
No,
not Peso
definitely.
Pluma's fault. It's I think the fact that we have narcos killing people in the streets. That's
Yeah,
the fault.
yeah. I mean that definitely is something that, I mean, fuck. Por más que quieren terminar con eso, pues está
No,
cabrón.
that you're right. As I'm discussing this with you, I'm coming to the conclusion. You're right. If their crime wasn't there, we wouldn't sing about that. Se
Yeah,
hablaba de la revolución porque era lo que estaba pasando en la revolución.
sí,
Empiezan los corridos.
sí, es lo que
Right?
pasaba.
Entonces, they're just basically telling us what's going on, who's out there,
Mm,
what they're doing.
yeah.
That's it. Así como un
Es la
corrido de la
noticia,
revolución, la
es
noticia,
un noticiero con música,
the old way of telling the street stories
Yeah, it's like, you hear rap songs talk about fucking Lucky Luciano, or you hear
and all these
like
guys.
all these gangsters from back in the day, that were doing the same thing. Um, so basically, it's just as they're telling the news. I
Mhm.
mean, I won't agree with everything that's out there because some songs are a little exaggerated. Um, but I mean, there's people that do it very tasteful.
You write corridos for people.
We have, yeah, we have,
You have
yeah,
you and your partner
yeah,
write these cards.
yeah.
Okay, and it's a team. Like you guys sit down and say, okay, vamos a escribirle un corrido a este cabrón.
Yeah, I mean, si alguien te pide un corrido personalizado, Uh, Usually, it'll be with my brother Chito.
Mhm,
He's been one of the bigger writers in the with the band with
mhm.
us. He's our drummer.
Okay.
Y he's the one with the weird ideas sometimes, you know. And so then I'll kind of approach him first about it, and we'll start, there, and then sometimes we'll all sit down, like Mariano and him and me, maybe another Bobby Castro, and we'll sit down and we'll write,
It doesn't matter who it is.
doesn't matter who it is.
It doesn't. Soy trailero. Soy
See, see,
soy
see.
soy
I'll make you sound like the
carnicero.
baddest fucking trailero there is.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It's just
Oh
about
shit.
how you sell it.
Yeah, I
I
get it.
think
I get
you
it.
got to sell the story and.
You ever had a guy that you go, ay, no mames, señor, no mames, es que no le hallo, no le hallo, no le hallo.
No, I mean, there's been a couple, maybe that we haven't recorded, but that other people have
Yeah.
recorded, and I'm like, no
No mames,
mames, no
oiga.
mames, güey.
Viven palos
Yeah,
verdes.
palos verdes. You're an accountant, bro.
Yeah,
Come
you're
on,
the
sit down.
counter, bro. Ándale, algo así. Eres dentista, culo. No
Yeah,
sé.
but you work at a hot dog on a steak or
Yeah.
some shit like that. Nah, pero I mean, shit. I mean, even Charino did it. They said that Charino. I heard a interview that his wife, I think, was saying that some of the people that he wrote about weren't really like gunslingers and shit. They were just regular dudes, un vato no mecánico or some shit, and he
Yeah.
just wanted corrido y le puso que traía su pistola fajada. And
Sí,
I
sí.
mean, shit, it was a badass song. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's about the for me, it's about the musical part of it. I'm a big fan of music, bro, and I like to find the musical shit in everything, bro. I'm weird like that, and but I always hear everything from musical standpoint.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, all right. Shit, I'm just thinking because I want to make a corrido. I'm gonna. So how
yeah.
much do you think I would need for Voces to make my corrido?
Fuck. I'll
Because
tell
you're
you
gonna
off.
have
I'll
to
tell you off
really work.
camera.
No, es que es un chingo. Güey. Es que we gotta really make up a lot of stuff.
Make a
somehow,
budget.
somehow we have to connect you going to
Yeah.
college and becoming an engineer to
While
becoming.
you're on stage,
Yeah.
you tienes la escuadra fajada behind
Yeah.
you. Yeah, bro.
So I was thinking of doing that, bro. I'm having somebody shoot me on stage just to create some
Just for the
fame.
shock value.
Did you guys ever thought of doing that shit? Because
Nah,
Chalino's
bro.
career blew up after he got shot.
Oh yeah. I got shot too when I first started singing.
You got shot?
I got shot, bro.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
How'd you get shot?
When I was I think 18. I was 18 actually.
El compa
El
amable.
compa amable days. Yeah. Yo era bien peleonero, bro, de morrillo. I would like to get into arguments, and me valía madre. Um, Up until that point, I mean, as a teenager, I got arrested like 3 times. I was just a piece. I
For what?
was for dumb shit, for tagging, for just like petty shit, Y ya a la misma vez, pues era bien peleonero y todo desmadre. So, because of that, I ended up getting shot right there. Somebody pulled up in front of my house and shot me 3 times.
No, no, no. Hold on, hold on. There's a whole fucking story here missing because nobody
Yeah,
shoots. Look, nobody's ever shot me ever
yeah.
in my life.
I got into an argument with a person that said, and I thought they were just like anybody, and apparently they weren't.
Oh,
So
wait,
they
wait, wait,
came.
wait. You were you singing at the time? Is
No,
it
I was
because?
already a singer.
Pero
Uh,
what was this? Is a beef between two high school
it,
students
it, uh,
or beef with you
no,
and
it
his
was it was somebody it
girlfriend?
was somebody in the street that I had got into an argument with,
Mm.
and they told me, watch your back.
Watch your back.
I was like, nah.
Dame la pelas,
Y
cara.
vámonos, cabrón. Al
Vámonos,
rato,
inútero.
there I
So
am.
you're eating fucking. You come out because you hear lelotero, and you're
I,
like,
I was
oh
actually
shit.
I was actually showing my boys some new music that I had just recorded, and I remember que I was on my way home. I was driving home, and then I ran into him like at a red light or something. Like, hey, follow me to the house. We went to the house. Um, I went into the driveway, and he parked in front with my two boys, and then I ran in the house to get the cassette.
Mhm.
Came back outside. I got on the passenger seat, and they got off the car. They were leaning against the car, right? Like see by the curve. So I'm rewinding the fucking cassette, and then I hear somebody like talking shit. Fuck you, que fuck, que fuck. I don't know what the fuck I was. And I kind of looked over, and I see this dude with a fucking gun. I dije, a la verga. Aquí algo anda mal. Y yo en esos días, pues, yo era peleonero y me gustaba el pedo. Yo también traía pistola.
Mhm.
Que saco la pistola, le subo el tiro. Y pues nos soltamos ahí tirando balazos todos, Y
Wait, 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 wait. These guys showed up. Your boys were chilling, and
yeah,
these guys just showed up arguing. And he got the gun. He has a
he
gun.
has a gun.
And so, what do? You grab, you
I
clock
got, I,
yours.
I got my, and then I just fucking start unloading on the dude. Pa, pa, pa.
Grand Theft Auto
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Just
But I didn't know that there was more than one guy. The other
okay.
guy had, when I was doing this, the guy went around the car and came from this side. So when I felt somebody looking to me, I mean behind me, so when I looked over this way, the guy was already pointing the gun at me,
Mhm.
and he shoots me once, and then we
Does he
kind of
hit you?
yeah, he hit me in the stomach.
Oh,
We start fucking like
fighting.
fighting, and but by the time I'm already shot, um, he goes and he leans and he's gonna give me a second shot, and I turned around and he shot me in the back, boom, and then he shot me again in the arm, boom, and then he proceeded to beat me, kick me, and fucking take off, so then I go to the hospital and my other boy got shot too,
Wait,
and
hold on. Your
yeah,
boy gets shot. You're on the floor. Like,
mhm.
where are the parents here? Where's dad?
My parents are at work.
Okay, so nobody can. Your boy shot. Maybe one of them didn't get shot. That's the only guy that can
Yeah,
drive
he,
into.
he took off. He
Okay,
took off running, and
of
then
course he did.
yeah,
Correlón,
sí, pues
cabrón,
nosotros, mi
chiculo.
compa y yo éramos los gorditos y el
Sí,
otro era el
güey,
flaquito, ese güey en
no.
chinga salió.
Skinny ones are always the ones that run,
Yeah,
bro.
get
Fucking
away,
skinny.
bro.
Uh,
Y total que ahí, me acuerdo que me levanté, porque at this point, pues yo no creo que, o sea, I don't believe that I just got shot, right? Three
yeah,
times.
you're in shock.
So me levanto y doy como unos 5 o 6 pasos, and my legs give out, and I fall on my knees. And one of our neighbors, she runs up to me and she hugs me, mijo, she's crying and shit, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And I kind of touched the side and looked, and I was full of blood. Dije, no mames, I got shot.
Mhm.
And I remember thinking, I'm just gonna go inside and sleep it off. Fucking 3 gunshots.
I hope my mom doesn't see it.
Yeah.
3 gunshots. You're
Y
gonna sleep
sí,
it
no,
off.
sure enough, llega la ambulancia y trae un pinche cinto de avestruz nuevecito y ¡zas! Que me lo cortan.
Oh,
Y no, pues they took me to the
were
hospital.
you butt naked when you got there? They just got you butt
They cut
naked.
me. Yeah, well, not, they left my
Just your
underwear on.
underwear. Where you have clean underwear?
I hope so.
You
I
don't
don't
remember?
remember.
No, en
Probably
ese momento
did.
uno se caga, güey. No, no.
See, it was crazy, bro.
So they put you in the
They put me in the
ambulance.
thing. Me llevan al
Are
hospital.
you conscious through this
I'm
whole thing?
conscious
Like you can
through the
see
whole time. Yeah.
them working with you, messing with you, like saying, "Hey, are you okay,
Well,
sir?"
yeah, and but I remember that I got to the hospital, and I had done I had done some fucking coke earlier and shit, so
Mhm.
that I was
But who
off.
doesn't? It was in the morning,
Yeah,
guys, and you
yeah,
had just
for
recorded
breakfast,
Snoop's cassette channels.
I had done, and so
Uh-huh.
when I got to the hospital, they're like, we can't operate you right away. We need to calm you down, and so ahí duré un rato ahí que me
Bleeding.
inyectaron algo into my body, I guess, to calm me down, and my body started going into shock, and it was just like the pinche frío más cabrón que he sentido en toda mi vida. Like, me echaban unas cobijas que sacaban como de un horno, me las echaban encima y no, it
They
just
wouldn't
didn't
cool you
work,
down.
And yeah, finally they said, okay, just count from 10 to 0, and I don't remember getting to 0. When I woke up, they were taking me into the recovery room, and man, that was such a crazy experience, bro. De ahí para adelante, ya I calmed down.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
You
that
think?
was, to me, that was a wake up call, and I feel like it was a sign. Sometimes I think God gives you signs in a very crazy way, and I feel like that was the sign for me to stop everything. Stop. And de ahí para adelante me dediqué 100% to music. And right after that is when actually right before that we had gotten the okay to record the first Voces del Rancho album, and ya teníamos la cita y todo, y por los pinches balazos pues se paró eso. Y saliendo del hospital, a las 2 semanas que salí del hospital, I was in the studio already recording my first album, de Voces del Rancho, because for some reason I knew, or I felt like this was it. Voces del Rancho was going to be the
It,
project that was
it,
going to.
it was. It's so weird. You said a thing called "they gave us permission."
Yeah.
Right now, nobody has to give you permission to
Oh yeah.
record any album. Now anybody can. I mean, there's producers like
Yeah.
yourself that already had come with experience and know what works. That's going to make your song to the next level.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you can just do it yourself now.
Oh, yeah. Now it's so easy, bro. It's con una laptop te grabas un
Yeah.
disco entero.
In ese entonces, who gave you permission?
Pues we were signed to Pedro Rivera as solo artist, ¿verdad? Entonces,
Huh.
eh,
He said he came up with that.
right before that, nosotros, en el disco de Mariano, del segundo disco de Mariano Solo, del Errante, yo le metí segunda voz a 2 songs. Y cuando salió eso, dije, dije, a la verga, soy chingón. So then we told Pedro, hey, déjanos grabar un disco dueto. And he's like, sobres, grábenlo. And right before we recorded, I got shot. So that kind of stopped everything. Pero yo como que yo sabía, dije, esta madre va a ser, this is it.
It's que you were never gonna let go of that name, El Compa Amable. And then
Yeah,
you needed to get shot to be
yeah,
reborn, bro. Because after
yeah.
that, you never use that name ever
No.
again because you were not a.
Actually, yeah, actually, on the first album, we put El Compa Mali El Errante on El Errante de Sinaloa, on the very first album. Actually, the second album, too. And after that, we just dropped the names, and it was just Boto
Voces.
was the Rancho, and y ahí se quedó, and Edgar y Mariano, and it was at first no me gustaba el nombre, se me hacía medio muy ranchero o como para para unos viejitos. Y me acuerdo
Pa'
que
mi pa.
le dije: "Pero no, pero ese pinche nombre no, no, no". Dice: "¿Por qué no?". Le digo: "Es que la neta se oye como que somos 2 viejitos". And I remember his exact words were, dijo: "Es más, pues yo pago las grabaciones, así es que yo le pongo como de mi chingada gana", dice: "Se van a llamar Las Voces del Rancho". And we're like: "Fuck, okay, pues fair
Well,
enough",
there you go.
Y me
That's
acuerdo que todavía le dije a Mariano: después cambiamos el nombre", que pues luckily we didn't,
what were you
because
gonna name it?
I had no fucking clue, bro.
Pero no voces.
No, pero no Voces del Rancho, 'cause ahí estábamos, me acuerdo que esa vez estábamos ahí sentados en la oficina trying to figure out a name. Que Edgar y Mariano, no, el compa Mala y el errante de Sinaloa, no, pues that's too long. So ahí estábamos, like, ¿cómo chingados nos ponemos? Y ya entró Pedro, ¿qué pasó? ¿Ya se pusieron nombre? No, pues todavía no, no sabemos. Ok, yo sé cómo se van a llamar. ¿Cómo? Las Voces del Rancho. No, Pedro, no manches, pero,
So when do you guys leave Pedro?
Pedro, I think it was somewhere around,
Second album, third album, fourth album?
no, it was already like, yeah, like fifth, sixth album que we left. Después de Micaela, after that album. By this time, Lupillo was super popping on the radio, and pues the attention was more on him, So we were like, okay, that's cool, let us go, and we could do our own thing. Y la neta, Pedro se portó bien a toda madre, nos perdonó como like 5 albums, bro. O sea, una cosa crazy, and este, yeah, we made an agreement, with some publishing and some songs, and se le debían 7 discos y dijo, nomás dame 2. Les perdonó 5. Dije, no mames, so, I mean, that was a good deal. And
That
they, and
was a shitty deal in the beginning. That became
in the beginning was, yeah, and I think, I
10
mean,
álbumes, güey.
like, the way I see it is like, we we learned a lot from that, pero at the end of the day se portó chido don Pedro, que hasta la fecha, Pedro para mí has been one of the
Well,
give me a
regardless,
career,
bro, he's the one that believed in you guys and gave you guys a
Yeah,
chance. So at the end of the day, Voces wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that old man that said, "Fuck it,
yeah,
I'm paying for it."
I'm paying for it, yeah, because
You know what I mean?
así como el disco de voces funcionó, yo como ingeniero ahí con él, y productor, le grabé un chingo que no pegaron. So, que entonces, así como pegó lo de voces, a lo mejor no hubiera pegado. Y
Mhm.
sí duró, a couple of albums before it actually worked.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, I owe him. I always say he gave me 2 careers. There's been a few key people, 3 key people actually in my life that
Mhm.
have definitely paved the way for my career and have been super important for my career.
Pedro is one of them. The other
Mhm.
two,
My dad definitely, because he put me onto music. In the beginning, uh, uh, because of him, I'm a musician. His brothers are musicians. My brothers are musicians.
yeah,
My kids are musicians.
nice,
It runs the blood. Even my wife, my wife that I married,
nice
she comes from
music,
Grammy winning dad, and
nice,
so
bro. Good.
there's a lot of music in our family. And the third person would be Don Abel de Luna. Don Abel de Luna is another person that definitely helped me um, in the beginning, as not in the beginning of my career, but in the beginning of what
Your setback and
of my producing. Not because I mean, well, not in the beginning, but he's the one that gave me a very big chance by renting where I'm at now.
mhm,
It used to be his, and he helped me out. Me dio chance to move from my garage to there, and set up my studio there. And he gave me a good price, and he helped me out. And because of that, I started doing bigger albums, and because I had somewhere pro to work at now. Because before that, I was doing it at home for like 25 years. I had a studio at home, which was cool because it was at home and everything. Pero al final de cuentas, pues es un estudio casero, llegas a la,
Yeah.
llegaba, I mean, I couldn't
Stop
tell.
talking shit, bro. Stop
Yeah.
talking
No, no,
shit.
no, no. No, pero like for me, you know how the show business is
It is. It's perception, yeah.
perception.
Especially in this genre.
Yeah, so entonces yo antes le decía a la gente, no, pues yo soy productor y vengan a mi estudio. Y llegaban y los pinches perros ladrando, los
Yeah.
vecinos haciendo carne
Okay.
asada con chalino, todo lo que daba.
See.
Which is, I mean, I'm not knocking the home studios. I love it and I wish I could
Mhm.
still do it. Pero yo quería llegar a otro nivel. So then I found out Mr. Abel had a studio available. I hit him up and he said, yeah, let's talk. He gave me a good price. I moved in and second year came around. No me subió la renta. He helped me out with that. And después he ended up moving out. He bought a building. He put the studio somewhere else. And I ended up keeping what was
Mhm.
his studio too. So now I have the two studios there and I took over that whole place.
I'm gonna wrap it up in a little bit. A few more questions. What's your opinion on Estrella TV? Pepe Garza, La Que Buena, because they basically, I mean, before Univision, Telemundo, they were nobodies now. They've literally, because of Mexican regional music,
Yeah.
especially in Southern California, that's one of the biggest networks that really impulses the music. I know that
Yeah.
radio has always been the reason why the artist either blows up or doesn't even get listened to.
Yeah.
So you have radio spots. So how does the dynamic work with that? I've always been curious because a mí se me hace esto, and this is just my opinion.
Yeah.
Es un pinche judío matando a toda la pinche raza y chupando todo el talento que tiene Southern California, y Pepe Garza es del Malinche que está ahí ayudando al pinche judío chingar a toda la raza, güey.
Y-
I've always looked at it that way because I worked there before.
yeah.
And remember the judío guy was fucking talking shit to me. I was like, excuse me, who do I tell the director that's telling me to do this? I'm the fucking owner. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, whoa, 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 relax,
Oh
buddy, relax. Here you
shit.
go. Here's your headset.
Yeah.
I'm out, bro. I don't know how
Damn.
the fuck you treating people. So, in your opinion, I don't want you to get in trouble, but
Yeah.
is there some truth to this? Am I lying?
I mean, from personal experience, I never had any incident like that. I mean, for us, Pepe Garza, he's been another person that has helped our career because he's the first one that played us on the radio. So for me personally, I've never had a bad experience with them. Um, y te digo, for us, he was a key person too, and I forgot to mention him, but yeah, he's another key person
Yeah,
that,
because he's a lot of people keep
yeah,
people, but
he yeah,
is it always in the best interest of the artist? That's what I bring up because
mm,
no todo el que te ayuda es tu amigo.
sí, sí,
You
sí.
know,
Pues yo pienso que it has to be kind of a scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Kind of deal with a lot of the, and not just Pepe Garza. I mean, a lot of programmers and stuff like that.
oh no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no. I understand why the justification is there.
yeah,
I do it, he does it too. Que se lo
yeah,
coja él, a que me lo coja yo, mejor me lo cojo yo. I totally get it. Still doesn't make it right. Does that make
yeah,
sense?
yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's business. And when you're popping, pues it's kind of like do me a favor and I'll do you a favor, and it's I think it works like that. If radio, TV, but it's definitely necessary. I think a TV and radio is something that it's kind of a lost art right now.
Oh yeah, it's done.
And but for me, TV and radio is what gives you like como te da como
Legitimacy. Like you're a
yeah,
real
yeah,
artist now.
yeah, exactly. And not saying that the artists that are out now that are popping
Mhm.
on the internet are not artists because there's some fucking amazing artists there. Pero yo digo que cuando vas a la televisión, y a lo mejor estoy anticuado,
Mhm.
quizá, pero yo siento que la televisión y el radio te dan esa seriedad como artista. Es esa seriedad donde tu música va a durar, is gonna become timeless. It could become timeless. There's songs like, an example for us, El Diablo en una botella, Micaela, Se les peló botas, son canciones que they got immortalized, como quien dice,
Mhm.
because of the radio and because of the of TV.
Television.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we got to do, in our time, we got to do all the big shows.
This is why I'm bringing this up, because I think we live in an era where the young kids that are out there, they don't have to go there.
Yeah,
And I understand something that Jimmy Wilde spoke about. He says, "Yeah, bro, but we're the ones that get you there. We have the context. We have this and this. Yes, you do, but you're not doing any heavy lifting anymore. You're not making me a star. I'm coming in as a star.
yeah,
That's the difference. Yes, you could have charged 35% of my purse,
Yeah.
Yes, if you had billed me, but you're coming in just picking up the fucking phone and you still want to take 35%. That's my
Yeah.
argument. It's like,
But sometimes I think the platform that they offer, an example como Jimmy Wilde, which is another person. You know what? Now that I think about it, there's a lot of people in my life that have definitely helped me. Jimmy's another guy that I've worked with extensively, and I see the platform that he has. This guy, he's a smart ass dude, man.
oh no,
Y
I
el
don't
vato,
take any credit from it.
pero igual es igual como con Pedro, como te digo, eh, quizá mucha gente mira a los artistas que han pegado, right? Y te lo digo yo from a point of view también of a label, because I have a small
Mm,
label, and pues siempre, I'm taking shots and trying to see a ver qué pega, if something sticks. Y a veces que no pegan. There's sometimes that you get a little bit like, oh, this one's gonna work, this one's gonna work. Y no pasa nada. Entonces, same thing goes for, like Rancho Miles and all
mm.
the independent labels, que Alianza and Del Records and all. There's a lot of artists que la gente nunca escucha porque no pegaron, porque y ahí se va dinero, Es
Ujú.
dinero que se va ahí, y maybe no se va a la basura, porque
Pero
maybe,
por eso la tiene que pagar el otro artista.
pues no necesariamente pagarlo, pero muchas veces, this all goes back to the artist being, um, malinformed, or not knowledgeable in the business end of it. A lot of times when we start in the music business, we're just happy that somebody is taking the time to record us, or
Mm,
to even pay attention to us. That I know, and I say that from a personal experience, because with Voces and with El Compa Male, I was just happy that somebody was willing to sign me and pay for another recording. I was like, fuck yeah, I don't have to pay for this one, and I'm gonna have my CD at the store. Like, what the fuck? So a lot of times, because of that, you get all caught up in the emotion of, oh shit, voy a ser famoso. Que se te olvida que hay un negocio detrás de todo esto. Y si no
yes.
entiendes el negocio,
No.
a veces firmas cosas que no sabes. Y a veces, sin pensarlo, te dicen, ya, fírmale aquí y vámonos. And then you don't know what you signed,
Ajá.
Yeah. Porque prácticamente un label te puede ofrecer un contrato. And it's up to you to say, sabes que no lo acepto o si lo acepto.
Yeah.
Pero lo que hacen mucha chavalada es que they get the contract and they sign it without looking, because they're just happy to be recording. So I
Mm.
think, for an artist, I think it's very important to be very well informed about what they're going to sign. And
I think what Bad Bunny has done with his career, and I know a lot of people like, no, no, pero él tiene disqueras. Yes, yes, but when you are the star and they haven't made you a star, you already come with a negotiating tool,
yeah,
meaning you go in there and go, see, you're my record label and you're going to be my distribution company. Yes.
yeah,
But this is the small percentage I'm going to give you. And this is the chunk I'm going to take
yeah,
home. Como dices tú, la chavalada, young guys, they just want to be famous and they think it's just like when you started
yeah,
because the same record labels are still sticking to the same percentages, same everything. But back then, yes, Don Pedro Rivera did take a shot and did lose, or maybe they weren't popping anymore. But now the record labels are not doing that. They need to, they already coming in donde no te dan chance, güey. No están agarrando young talent and building them. They're getting somebody that's already popping on social media. They have 3 million. This is an easy sell. All I have to do is now pick up the phone
yeah.
and just guide them in that
I,
direction.
th- I think music's always been like that, though, because
Well, there was no way to measure it back then. How would you know if this guy was going to be famous or not? You
well,
build
back in
them.
back in the day, sabías because of the underground. Like, for example, en el caso de nosotros, La Pacific. That
Yeah.
was that was our Facebook, that was our Instagram. Si la gente te estaba escuchando ahí, es because you were popping, ¿verdad? Entonces ya, en el caso de nosotros, don Pedro, pues no le invirtió hasta que ya miró que Voces was popping. And that goes, and not just him, o sea, todas las compañías así trabajan,
Mm,
Eh, it's very rare que una compañía te agarre y te meta, una ferianora para que pegues, unless que tengas un
mhm.
padrino o algo que is doing it for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Pero una compañía disquera muchas veces no lo va a hacer porque es un riesgo a veces muy grande, especially, with how expensive shit is.
Mm.
Radio, I mean, ahorita ya es un poquito diferente porque hay plataformas, internet and stuff where you can, if you're good enough, you can get it going on there. Pero si quieres meter radio, televisión, estamos hablando de muchísimo, muchísimo billete.
Gerardo Ortiz, Del Records. Legado 7, Yumi Humilde.
Yeah.
Prajín Music,
So,
Peso Pluma.
yeah. I need one of those guys. See,
See,
hey, so Yellow Room
you
Music.
see,
I don't know.
what is yours?
Yellow Room Music.
Yellow Room Music.
Yeah.
Does that is that how it happens? Do
Pues,
you become the big shot? Because cuando entró Legado 7 y sacó Legado 7, Smoke Me Out Tour, fue un
yeah.
pinche hitazo
Sí,
de no mames.
it was the first of its kind. O sea, first of its kind for the regional Mexican.
Yes.
Era un movimiento que pues era nuevo, you know, y la chavalada de ahorita, pues, I mean, smoking weed now is part of pop culture. Now it's
Yeah.
still a cool thing to do, you know. And back then it was
Yep.
still relatively new, you know, and people weren't really smoking on stage, you know. Llegaron gente como Mar Ruiz, llegaron gente como este Legado 7, smoking fat ass joints on stage and all that. And
Porque ahorita pinche Peso Pluma looks like we interrupted his pickup game at the basketball court. Motherfucker, dude.
He's in
Really?
shorts, you know?
Sí, para
He's a
todos.
rock
No
star,
nomás
bro.
él, todos los de la banda, güey. Pinche shorts de basketball. Like, I'm sorry we interrupted your game, sir, but we have a concert.
We got a concert.
We picked him up on the way
Yeah.
there. What the fuck? Este, güey, ustedes van, sombrero, pinche
Yeah.
traje y la
Traje y todo,
chingada.
el sombrero, pues es el look, you know, de las voces del rancho.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is there any modernization with the look?
Oh man, we've tried, bro. We've done it a few times. You know, we always try to, you know, be a little different than, you know, not the Tarino suits, or
Mhm.
we try to get a little more modern jackets and shit. And but we still got to keep that same, you know, the tejanas and the boots and all that shit. I would love to sing in tennis shoes, and man, that'd be amazing. Así como ahorita vámonos al stage.
That's Peso Pluma, bro.
Yeah,
This is
bro.
overdressed for Peso
Yeah,
Pluma.
¿verdad que sí?
Yeah, you're wearing a jacket. That motherfucker goes in the fucking
Yeah.
t-shirt de Ross.
Yeah, teacher, that's badass, bro. I wish I could do that. I mean, because I feel like you're more yourself. Like, como veces que vamos a una fiesta y que me subo a cantar así como ando, pues I feel myself more. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I love, not that I love wearing tejana, but that's part of the look. Pero I don't mind wearing it. Pero if I could go on with my cap,
Mhm.
I'd be fucking just fine. You know.
What's the future of you for you in Voces del Rancho? I mean, two different things. I know
Yeah.
that you're a producer, so
Yeah.
I want to know that side so we can wrap this up. And then what's the future for Voces? For you first.
For me first, man, shit, dude, it's so many things. I have a bunch of projects that I'm working on. I'm working on a Talia album right now.
Atalia?
Talia album. I was in New York for a few days producing her new album. I got to go back out there, finish that album. I got a few things there that I'm cooking up, man, and some top secret stuff that I can't really talk about. But there's a lot of good things, man. You know what? Things from on the producing side have been uh, very good for me. You know, I was lucky enough to work with Nata and the Junior H and all these albums that I did that were very successful, and that kind of gave me a dice mi dad que me saqué la lotería otra vez, you know?
Yeah.
Primero con Voces y luego ahora as a producer. And I mean, it hasn't been something that happened overnight because I've been producing albums for 33 years or something. But as of, you know, maybe what, like 5 years ago, everything just started picking up as a producer. And pues vamos a seguir, you know. We have a record label, my brother and I, and you know, and we're trying to pick that up, you know, trying to find that fucking unicorn, bro, que nos va a
Yeah.
llevar to the next level.
Yellow Room.
Yellow Room,
we need one.
el unicorn de la sierra, no sé qué chingados.
Algo, güey.
Algo de eso, you know. That's the goal right now, you know. As far as Voces de Rancho, pues, you know, we're still out there. It's I think it's gonna start winding down pretty soon, and maybe stick to doing more content and shows, you know, or at least take a little time off, and it's in the future. I don't know exactly when, but it's in the future where I'm gonna take some time off, and I want to focus on the family more, and be home on the weekends, you know, try to be regular. I haven't been home see on the weekends for the past 25, 26 years. And so I think it's time for a little normal
No more
life,
lifestyle where
normal lifestyle where you're home on the weekends,
you can actually make plans with your family.
Yeah, yeah.
How hard is that? Oye, pueden venir a la quinceañera when? Oh, en 2 meses. 2 meses. No, by then I
No,
already got.
it's for us. It's always been like that, bro. No podemos ir a las quinceañeras, a las bodas, a las fiestas familiares. And I'm sure you understand too.
Yeah,
You go through the same thing, but that's a sacrifice that you make, you know, when you get into this. So I think I wanna live that bien, you know. Y pues ahorita que todavía estoy, you know, fuerte y a una edad donde puedo disfrutar, you know. But I want to spend more time with the family, with my kids, with my wife, and just
Smart, smart.
yeah, you know.
Well, Edgar, thank you very much, bro. Thank
Thank
you
you for
very much
having
for
me on.
stopping by. It was so
Thank you for
much
having
fun
me, bro.
having
Thank
you,
you.
bro. Well, ya está bien. Guys, Edgar Rodriguez. Rodriguez, ay, le gusta mi
Rodriguez.
esposa. That's good. Nos acompaña, guys. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I enjoyed making it. Bye bye, everybody.
Bam. How long was that?